Hello everybody and welcome to episode 22 in my Carthaginian campaign let's play for Imperator Rome's 1.3 Livy update. Now in the last episode we waged a pretty quick war and a pretty decisive war against Lusonia, gaining yet even more of the eastern Iberian coastline for our massive road network that we've been building around the Mediterranean and solidifying almost the Mare Ibericum. The only tribe that stands in our way now is Audausitania. And we are fabricating a claim on them right now. Of course, it is rightfully ours to allow us to take Taraco and take anything else, probably everything beyond this river, actually. And that way we'll kind of solidify our borders all the way around. And if we wanted, we could walk all the way from Massalia into Africa and to Carthage by land, should we wish, because of course there is a crossing point here. And we're going to be building a road network to kind of help us get around as well. So it's pretty exciting stuff, and with that, getting the Mare Ibericum, that is in effect one of our 7 objectives complete. Some people are like, hey, go further into Iberia. And it's like, well, we got a big job ahead of us. We have to go for the Mare Terrenum, you know, that involves taking out Rome and Etruria. The Mare Ionium, that's, you know, a lot of Greece and the Adriatic and Syrtis Major. Now, we actually saw that, you know, Syrtis Major would be kind of dealing with Phrygia and maybe Crete, and Phrygia looked like they're about to fall apart. Yeah, we saw this in the last episode. 5 months away from having a rebellion, they seem to have just vastly overextended into the kind of northern Balkans area there. And they're on a huge, just like, war path down the Nile, taking out Kush as they go. Obviously, the terrain here is impassable almost all around it, so that's why they're snaking their way down. Kush are just being absolutely, they're just having their shit pushed in, pardon the French. They got a huge amount of cohorts though. I wonder everyone seems to have like an insane amount of money and they're just fielding mass mercenary spam at each other. That seems to be the way it's going now in our mid game. We are only in the mid game after all. We're just about halfway through, I think. And the Seleucids are probably the only other, the reason I point these out, Morea, Seleucids, Phrygia, and myself, we are all the major or great powers in the world. So it looks like Phrygia's great power is going to collapse. Seems like that. They might recover, actually, considering they do have a lot of cohorts and not that much manpower, but a lot of money. They might be able to actually take it back. We'll have to. It remains to be seen. We'll see. Seleucids are pretty huge, and they're at war right now with Atropatene and Albania. So that's these 2 nations up here. So it looks like they'll be able to take that out. Probably pretty easy, but who knows? Sometimes it goes in the other person's favor. But obviously, if these great powers overextend themselves into wrong culture groups and stuff too much, that's how they end up with these rebellions. And that's something we're going to have to watch out for, you know? We have a declining provincial loyalty in several of the places that we've just conquered. So it's going to be something I'm worried about and keeping an eye on. I'm actually building, for the first time, I've never really experimented with doing this, but I'm building Court of Laws, which gives you a little bit of provincial loyalty. So I'm going to be doing that in the cities that I know for sure have wrong culture group, as well as then trying to, you know, convert that all the time, of course. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I guess we'll just let time play. Like I said, we're fabricating a claim. I'll keep it on medium right now, because what we're going to be doing is essentially just effectively building the road network out a little bit, dealing with some events and things like that, building up some political influence. I've noticed that our government, our legitimacy is so low that our max loyalty is actually kind of low as well, which means that the loyalty of all of these guys can't really go higher than 68 at the moment. I think the base loyalty is 40, so then the fact that we have, where is it here, plus 27, so that's like 67, so 67 is the max loyalty we can have right now, so we really need to get that number up, so that we can raise our loyalty across the board of the cabinet, so that we can then have faster political influence coming in, so then we can change our governor policies to be correct, because right now they could be better. I mean, some of them are correct actually, but I think up north, yeah, like here's on autonomy, we actually don't have control of this province. It actually came to us disloyal. That's weird, this is flashing. So we can't build in that one yet, and so on and so forth. So I've deleted a few buildings and I'm building some new ones, but we want to get these places under control and not disloyal so that we can improve them. And holy crap, a bountiful harvest. Word has arrived that this year's harvest was exceptionally good in the territory of Morgatina. Whilst the merchants may be holding their heads in their hands, the people rejoice at the plummeting price of bread. So we can get a nice big stability hit again, or some money. I'm actually going to go with stability. It's so valuable to us right now, so we're going to go with that. Anything we can do to increase our threshold for rebellion and civil war and anything like that, that's great. I actually thought it helps with unrest, but I don't know if it does. Let's just check really quickly. Do they get unrest from stability? I guess not. Let's just check again. Unhappy pops. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I don't see anything about stability. Maybe I'm missing it. I always thought stability tied directly to unrest. But I guess not. Huh, I guess not. Anyway, it's good to be stable. We get population growth, legitimacy, which we need to gain anyway, and research and commerce and all of that, so that's all good. Now, I was going to look at something. I forgot. Oh, yeah, I wanted to mention that in between episodes, I moved around a bunch of pops so that we're now getting way more food into Carthage, because if you remember, it was at the brink of starvation, because we're after getting 161 pops here, 102 pops there, 26 here, so it's just a lot, right? There's like 300 pops or whatever in this territory minimum. So what I did was, we actually have grain here, here, and here, so I just threw down every single slave we could put on it, pretty much, and we're getting the max amount out of there as we can. Now, as it grows, we'll get more, as our cities grow, we'll get more population capacity here when we increase our number of trade routes and different things like that. So we'll probably keep doing trade investments into this place now in future, and that way we can then support the town with more food from our local farms. Yeah, and then we can even use those trade routes if we ever need to bring in food, but obviously we'd rather bring in actual goods. Okay, so what else? We're making 80 right now. We are paying the fleet in the forts, which is a bit of a mistake. Turn that off. So we're making 100. Great. And the roads are being built. So our claim. Let's have a look at our claim progress right now. On Audausitania, it's 35%. Now that we're a great power, we're also increasing the integration speed of Musulamia. Of course, this has been going on for many, many years. So it's probably going to be done now in about 7 years. And we'll get a nice big fat integration there. Now, the other thing is to open up a new mission chain. I was having a look. I think I'll actually do naval supremacy. And then we'll do Matter of Italia, because it'll be a little while yet before we push into Italy. We want to deal with Audausitania, and then we just want to, I don't know, let our aggressive expansion boil down a little bit. But I think I'm going to go for naval supremacy. So from ancient times, the Phoenician and Punic people have excelled at traveling, trading, and settling across the sea. However, if we're to hold on to our dominance at sea, we'll have to reinvent our naval ways. So the reason I kind of want to do this as well, roleplay-wise, is because we've just kind of almost solidified our first sea. So now I feel like we'd be reinvesting into the Navy as we look outwards and eastwards to the big nations like Phrygia and things like that, even though they're on the brink of collapse. Alright. Start. So, expanding the Kothon. So the Carthaginian harbor has always been one of the greatest in the Punic world, but as our empire has grown, along with the city itself, a need has been born for a restructured and reimagined harbor. We must spare no expense and expand the capabilities of our capital as a naval base and shipbuilding center. So 10,000 manpower, 250 gold, and it'll take a year to complete. I guess we could do it. What's this one? So the ports of Africa. Carthage or its subjects hold every territory in the region of Africa. Yeah, it's all done. So rewards. Every territory with a port in Carthage gets the following effects. Trade dominance. So commerce value 10% for 20 years. Okay. It is time for us to dominate the many ports of Africa as they play an important role in the trade of the region. No longer will the wild tribes of Numidia and Mauritania be in charge of the important locations along the coastline. You're damn right. Oh, well, we can get the next one right away. Another 250 gold. See, I don't really want to spend that gold just yet. I would rather... I mean, we're making 100. I'd rather the roads get done, because I've already queued them up, so I'm just going to wait a little bit on that. I know it's a little annoying. But I just want I know it might be the weird order, but I've already queued them up, so I'd just rather them actually get the roads done. But it'll be there, you know, we're not in a massive hurry to get it done. We'll be fine. So let's see. These guys are taking... so if the numbers are red, basically, it means they're standing on bad supply. That's always a little handy thing as well. So we'll get them over there. It doesn't really matter anyway, because they have the food, so it's not a problem, but... I guess it'd be better if they were somewhere where they had food and supply. So let's have a look at the royal situation as well, by the way. So we obviously have Mutenbal Barca. She's 40 years old. We have Himilco Barca, the son. Some people were saying, why don't you name him Hannibal? Essentially, you know, you never know what you're going to get with a kid. I would rather, personally, just have someone named Hannibal. We've seen people named Hannibal. I'd rather have a naturally named Hannibal character and then hope for the best. Now, people were saying you could also... Because I was worried that what if you have Zero Marshall and he's Hannibal? You know, it's not exactly what we'd want out of that. I don't know. For me personally, like, I just think it's cooler to have your own story. You know, I don't want to play an on-rails historical simulator. I prefer personally to be able to have my own agency with things. Obviously, we're not doing things historically anyway, but that's just how I feel about it. I'd rather make my own Hannibal rather than be like, oh, this guy's name is Hannibal and he's great. He's a really great general. Hopefully he'll get blind and have an eye patch and hopefully he'll cross the Alps. Like, I don't need to live that story. You know, it's a great story, but I'd rather make my own. Personally, maybe that's not a popular opinion, but if someone comes by and their name is Hannibal and they have good martial, you can bet your balls we're going to make him a great general, you know? I'm not going to force that, though. That's always something interesting, you know. Sorry, the music is very war heavy. It is pre-building to our war with Audausitania. That's something always interesting. I've been talking about, you know, the Gnosis, the Bronze Age mod, and people are like, oh, do a Let's Play of that. Well, we've got a Let's Play going right now, obviously, for this, and it's amazing, because with this and other videos, I just don't have the time to really take on another Let's Play. And after this one, I'm probably going to do Stellaris, because I love Stellaris, and I'll probably, well, we'll talk about it when it comes to it. But they're coming out with a big DLC for that, so I'd like to do that as a Let's Play, and a nice change of pace as well. I don't want to just be always Imperator Let's Plays, but after that's the last one, then there's probably going to be a big Imperator update, so then I'm going to come back for a new one then, and we'll probably put up a poll or something to see what people want us to play. The Bronze Age mod, while cool, it's not done yet, so I don't necessarily want to do a Let's Play of that, even though it is quite fun. It's really fun, actually. But it is actually a lot of waiting around for things to get built. So I don't know how well it would actually translate to a Let's Play. But they're going to be adding Mesopotamia and some other things. So once that takes effect, then it's like, oh yeah, we got Hittites and Babylon and all that stuff in there. So that'd be much more fun, I think, to wait on that. Even though I know it's probably what people want really right now. Mentagra. So our kid has got Mentagra. We can't seek treatment for him, actually, until he comes of age. And he looks like he's doing alright. He's got 4 finesse, 2 martial, 1 zeal, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 points. He's 6 years old. It could be a little bit better, maybe. Right, our money is gaining even while we're building the roads. So now we can enact the mission. So we'll expand the Kothan. That's going to take a year to complete. And this one's going to also be 250. But we'll wait for our money just to come up a little bit extra. Good stuff. Disloyalty in 2 provinces, 3 provinces, but one of them's gaining, so that's good. So 3 are going to stay bad, 1's going to get good. A petitioner approaches. It's Matan Blasi. He approached our tyrant in private. In a hushed voice, he spoke of a vision of the near future in which he was found by his loved one having been impaled by a battering ram. With shaking hands, he offered all his worldly goods to the state. This guy is a real... I mean, he's also a lunatic. These two are lunatics. But he's... what's the word? I don't know. He's just really paranoid. Yeah, that's the word. He's really paranoid. How awful. We'll take good care of him. 2 grand. So his father, her father, obviously, was like the co-ruler with Matan. And, you know, her father, Himilco, was like, look, speak sense, you know. Don't worry about it. All will be well. Don't be worried about any of that stuff. But because we're a lunatic, we can actually impale him with a battering ram and get 7,000 gold. Why is that the money we'd get? Oh, is that all the money he has? Where's his wealth? Yeah, it is. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm not going to do that. So because we're a lunatic, we can just do that. It's a great amount of money, but I'm not going to do it. He's a really great... actually, he's not as good a governor as he used to be. He used to be 11. Now he's... And then 10 for a long time. Now he's 8. And he is 67. Oh, I know you guys probably want me to do that. There's no repercussions other than just doing it. I don't even know what I'd use the money for. It feels wrong to do this. He's dumb and he's a lunatic. He keeps having visions. We could gain stability out of him, gain some extra loyalty of him. The question is, do we have... Okay, here's what it is. If we have someone who's as good or better for a replacement governor, then we'll do it. So let's just have a look. We have Bodo Hanid here. Punic and Megalithic, but he's 10 finesse and he's 19 years old. So I think your time is up, Matan Blasi. Our crazy Mutton Ball Barca, who, let's not forget, executed her husband because for infidelity, and also for after trying to assassinate her own child, her firstborn. So we could say, how awful, we'll take good care of him, take some money from him. which is a nice middle ground. Or we could convince them all that we will. Or we could just go absolutely mental, as we are the tyrant of Carthage, and have him impaled by a battering ram to fulfill the vision of the future that he so sees for himself. And there we go, just like that, on September 11th, actually a few days before. He was killed as a result of someone else's lunacy at the age of 67. And we're after obtaining all of his wealth. And he is survived by, you know, his wife, Suhaima Hanid. It's interesting, it actually said co-ruler. Huh, it's interesting. And he was obviously a governor as well. And then he's survived by his children, the governor Cyrene. Now, how are these guys feeling about this? They don't seem to care. They don't seem to care that the leader of the state, you know, openly shoved a battering ram up his ass and impaled him somewhere. Impaled him to a wall, probably, or to a gate. But rest in peace, he was a great governor. What an end. But we'll get in Bodo Hanid, I think. And that will actually make the family grateful, raising their loyalty. So it's actually beneficial on multiple fronts. What else is he good at? He's a really great orator and actually a decent marshal. He wouldn't even be bad at commanding those armies in Italy. At 7 marshal that are going to be standing around when we go to war in Italy. The governor armies, yeah, they're just going to be standing there. The standing armies will actually be able to defend, which would be nice. So let's get him in. What is he? Silver-tongued and he's selfish. Okay. We'll see what happens. We might have to change his policies. Although I think by now, culture is pretty, yeah, it's pretty good. Basically, we're done converting. It's taken a long time, but we're done over there. Culture-wise and religion-wise, it's a bit of a mess. Let's get rid of the UI just real quick. We have Hellenic. We've got Canaanite religion spreading up the coast now a little bit here at Mastia, thanks to some of those events. But elsewhere, we are just really not doing too hot for our religion in our newly found areas. Remember, this is all ours. This is all ours, pretty much. So, got a lot of converting to do. So I'm not going to change his policies. We don't really have the influence for it. Speaking of influence, though, one other thing I wanted to change was we have divine mandate on lowering our tyranny. Our tyranny is now so low now that we've kind of moved out of being a republic. You think it would be really high after we just impaled somebody. But we can change that now to something else. So we have state religion, religious calendar, loyalty of subjects, primary culture happiness, monthly ruler popularity gain. I'll tell you what, actually, the tyranny one's not so bad. I might change the wrong culture happiness now to lower the aggressive expansion. So we'll change it to CB, Casus Belli. So we'll do that. I'll see if that trade-off is good. I didn't read the comments on if anyone has said yet. I'm basically always an episode behind, so I haven't got to see your answers, whether or not you think it's more effective to have the 10% happiness benefit for wrong culture, or if we should just lower the aggressive expansion faster. I guess you could probably do the math on it and work out, like, how disloyal things would get. Anyway, whatever. I'm getting sidetracked. How's the road network? Well, now we're in no position to worry about money, so we can go a focus for the future, which means by enacting specific policies, we can make a decision on how our ports will be utilized. Boom. A focus. So what is this? So essentially, all the territories with a port held by... I hate this song. Held by Carthage in the regions of Africa, Numidia, and Mauritania. So pretty much Africa as a continent. Will get Punic Haven. So migration speed and assimilation speed. Or commerce value and slaves needed for surplus. Or local manpower and ship recruit speed. I think I'll go with the commerce value. Because we just have a lot of prosperity along the coastlines around this way. Obviously the conversions would be good for a bit further down. But I think it's fine. To have it for the end of the game seems like a waste, because eventually you don't need it. Whereas commerce will always have a need for it. So yeah, let's do that. And it's also local slaves needed for surplus is reduced, which is great. But it's only on the ports, I suppose. Let's try that one then. So what's next? Lord of the Sea. What is this one? Naval experimentation. 10 or more ships are located in Carthage are either triremes or tetraries. Tetraries, okay. Expanding the Cothan. And what about here? Phoenician heritage. Bibulus' opinion is greater or equal to 50. Oh, I don't think we'll ever actually be able to do that. Bibulus is this little nation here, isn't it? Yeah. Negative 60. That's the aggressive expansion that hurts them. I mean, we can throw down a relation improvement to see over time if we get there, really. But I don't think we will. Might have to skip that one. and controlling the seas, have 200 or more ships. Well, with all our money, we can do that. So let's just temporarily pay for the fleet, send them down to Carthage, and then start recruiting ships down here. Alright, cool. So that's actually a pretty quick mission chain, so it's a nice one to do before Italy. And how are we for the war? We're at 65%, 70%. Wow, the claims are going by really quickly. 4% per month. Wow. I guess that's what it's like being a major power. Oh, we could just spend all of the money getting technologies. But that seems like a waste. I don't know why it seems like a waste. 5% output of slaves. Let's do that one at least. We'll do one for now, and I'll just keep banking money for a little while. And our army should be drilling. Come on, boys. Drill. How many armies do we have in the north? We've got 2. So that road is basically done. So if we have a look at the road network, we've basically built our roads from here all along the coastline through Massalia, across the crossing, along down, and then yeah, just basically all coastline, because that's what we'll need. And it does help the towns, as we've seen before, with the population capacity. In fact, population capacity is increased by road, right? So we should definitely build roads on the, what do you call it, the grain, because we could have more slaves out there. That'd work out really well. But let's just continue our road network along this way then. This army can just kind of do that forever, basically, now. The reason I'm clicking it manually is just in case they deviate that path. They probably wouldn't, but they might. Alright, cool. Nice. We could actually build roads everywhere now, really, with all this money. It's a nice way to actually just raise population capacity. I never really thought of it that way. 4%. Yeah, I mean, it's not huge, but it is something. What do we got now? 74%. Alright, we want to start getting ready, getting the armies up here. And ready to push in. Audausitania, I think they're only allied with Vardulia, which is these guys out here. So they're pretty far away from us. I don't think they're going to really be bothering us. But you always got to worry about the mercenaries that might end up kind of getting involved. So we want to just lock these down. I think they have 3 forts. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So once this road is done, we'll probably go to war with them. Cool. I mean, everything's going swimmingly. I do feel bad for Matan Blasi. I mean, he was a pretty great governor. We had him in there since he was like 17. Sorry, I was just taking a drink. 41. So how your daughter is now 12. So we could actually tutor her now. So the royal tutor is Bomilkal. So let's tutor heir. Arishat Barca 8564. Wow, she's actually pretty good. Maybe we should enact familial marriage and just get her to rule with her brother. Hey, you were thinking it, not just me. But anyway, yeah, let's tutor. So what would you like her to be good at? She's 8 martial. I wonder would it be better for... So we can basically choose what we want to improve. Martial, oratory, finesse, religion, or nothing. She wants to become tyrant. That's so cool. That's her ambition. Actually, let's just check that out. Chance of gaining 1 martial. Low chance of gaining 1 martial, 1 finesse. Low chance of losing oratory or zeal. Let's throw her some extra martial then. She might be like a really powerful co-ruler one day. So what's the deal with her? She is the 3rd pretender, the 2nd born to Muttenball. Oh yeah, her father. Oh yeah. So her father's the one that we executed. So, and we were thinking of giving her away, but she seems to be pretty good though, so I guess we'll keep her. Just trying to think though, what would she be good at? Yeah, well, let's just give her martial and double down on her best skill. If we're corrupt, ambitious, or cruel, then there might be a chance of having a problem. Yeah. So it says, the chances of receiving a negative ambition. Oh, so like, receive a new martial ambition. What's an ambition, though? Ambitions, aren't they the things that used to be, like, schemes? I don't know. She already has a martial ambition, though, so maybe this is a waste. Anyway, whatever, we'll just choose it. So, if the guy is corrupt, ambitious, or cruel, she'll lose her martial ambition. He's not. So, doesn't this seem unwise? Should we just refund this idea? Does it cost us anything? She'll lose loyalty. I don't know why she'd lose loyalty being tutored. Anyway, we'll just do martial ambition. Why not? So now she wants to become a great warrior. So chance of gaining 1, low chance of gaining 2. Low chance of losing 1, 1, 1. Okay, well, I don't know if it was better or not really to do that, but I like the idea that she's being tutored anyway. It's kind of cool. All right, let's speed up time. I've been keeping it on medium speed this whole episode. We'll speed it up now so we can actually take control of this war that's about to happen. In about 10 fabrication speed. Or percentage. Oh, have they had their rebellion? They have. Oh my god. So yeah, Phrygia is split up. So what are they? They had over 500 territories. Now they have 375. They're no longer a great power. And they're going to be dealing with... Let's take their perspective. So yeah, they lost everything that they had up here. Audausitania has kind of formed. And that's who they're at war with. So they're at war with all the red. And they've got claims on all of it as well. They're still in their war with Kush though. Snaking their way down the Nile. Not much we can do about it other than just sit back and observe, I suppose. It's kind of out of our wheelhouse. Do we have any colonization prospects down here? No. Alright, 96%. Looks like we're just about ready to push in and go. So let's take these guys off the road. Force march Archimedes down this way. Some people said I actually took him into the family instead of Furious. That must have been a mistake. Probably just didn't notice it when I was doing that. But Furious is there. He's old. Now Furious, I was praising him for coming into the Battle of Phrygia. Really, it was Boots Badana that won the battle. He just arrived with the troops on time, you know? He just arrived with the extra troops that broke the enemy pretty quickly. So it was just cool that he was able to pull it off. Neas Hannis, aka Neas Furious. Now, he's a beast, though, generally speaking. I like the guy. He is part of the Hanid family, so... We did get him in a family, obviously, at some point. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, he's in a family, so it's good. It's good to see him there. So, omens. So, we should have a new omen right now, right? Because we got that, Great. So, the mission chain didn't work. That's awesome. I love that. You know, that's so great when a DLC... it was free, in fairness, but, you know, speaks to the testament and the quality of their DLCs. That, the blessing of Cathar was supposed to change to the blessing of something beginning with E. An Iberian religion, I believe, and it didn't. So that's great. Whole mission chain, the final result of it being changing one of these things, a big change, and it didn't work. Fuck's sake. Thanks so much. Oh well, not a big deal. I was just kind of looking forward to seeing what it was going to be. I guess if I loaded in as an Iberian tribe, we could check it, what it would have been, but I don't even want to know now. So what could we go with? Manpower? Manpower is a little tight. We're gaining a lot, but it's a little tight maybe. Province loyalty is actually something I think we should go for, considering our aggressive expansion, so I'm going to do it. I know it's only 0.04, it's really not that much, but I don't know, it'll slow down the rate of which our thing is decaying. I'm also going to start deleting some of these forts. Get rid of that one. And then we can just do construct buildings, mines, Alright, cool. Did we get our claim, by the way? I think we just did, didn't we? Yes, we have. Okay, claim is good to go. I repeat, claim is good to go. Declare war. Vardulia. Take Indosetia. So let's take these guys off of drilling. Whoops. Let's run them up to... We can't get to that fort. We can go to this one, though. So that's going to be 30,000 on that with a level 10 general. They can step on that. They can step on that. They can step on that. And they can step on this. And that way we'll at least slow down recruitment somewhat. These guys are force marching down. They can go here. Alright, the war has begun. That's who we're at war with. Pretty small little war. I don't foresee many problems with this one. In fact, we're actually going to take that guy out. He's only level 2. He's got terrible units. Oh, there's a little bit more there, actually, though. And they have mercenaries on the way. How the hell did we end up not winning that? We have quite a lot of martial over them and better troops. So what the hell's happened? And we have more numbers. I don't understand that. I mean, our tactics are wrong, but, like, big deal. No idea really, like, what happened there in terms of the situation. Our other army is marching down right now, but they're about to arrive, bring more troops in. Alright, we just won that battle. Miraculous recovery. Hey, Himmelko cured himself. So we won, and then the next 5,000 came in. Okay, so it looks like we've handled it. It's just, that was just kind of weird. And these guys have actually just appeared here, so we've just basically taken them out. That was mercenaries that appeared on this territory. Alright, well, whatever. So our 30,000 is on the fort. That's the important thing. These guys have blocked the other territories. There's not much else they really need to do now. Yep, not much else to do. Alright, cool. How's the mission chains going, by the way? Oh yeah, we need to build up our fleet, right? So let's begin. So it wants us to have 200 ships. And by the way, it wanted us to also have, at the port of Carthage, 10 ships located in Carthage. 10 of them are going to be destroyed. To be the most advanced naval power of our region, we need to invest time and energy into our technology. Only by experimenting and testing out new ideas will we be able to know what works and what doesn't. That's fair enough. But I'll be able to do that after this. Okay. So let's start building, I don't know. Just a bunch of ships. Alright, cool. We'll see how much we have at the end of that. Very carefully building them, as you can tell. Alright, we're winning our battles. There's no problem. It's easy, 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 easy. We have a claim on Latium. So now we have like complete claim on Italy, basically. Except for the northern part. So we can now go to war with Etruria and take out this sliver of territory as well as here. There's also a little Roman pocket of Roman territory there, which is annoying, but that's just Imperator Rome for you. The place is border gore central. I mean, look at the state of it. We're bringing order to that chaos. That's the way I think of it anyway. Wow, just sitting on a territory means we... Oh no, we probably just took it, okay. Shoring up defenses, the denizens of the territory of Heraclea Minoa have been feuding with their neighbors in Hippana. So here and here. As a result, an impressive fortified wall has been erected in Heraclea Minoa, quite outdoing the efforts of the rival. As they say, conflict drives innovation. So 1,000 manpower, I'll take it. New mission task, naval experimentation, we just read about it. They have to be either triremes or tetraries, so they've 10 of our ships are going to be destroyed. Hope they're not the... Oh my god, I hope it wasn't the heavy ships that were destroyed. No, thank god. Alright. That's all good. And that's going to progress now for another year. And if Byblos like us, then we'll be able to sort them out. I don't think they're going to like us though. I mean, we could throw them a gift to help. Maybe make friends with this guy. Although it looks like he's getting quite unwell. Mercenaries are trying to flood in, which is great. And we got to sit on those two territories to stop them doing that. So the state is deep pockets. We'll give them 1,000 gold. Are you kidding me? But okay, fine. Jesus. I hate the way it just scales with your income. It's crazy. Alright, so we're just basically waiting on these forts to be taken. The Gladiator. So let's give him 10 political influence. No problem. Yeah, we can't get to their last fort until we take out these two. Won't be long now, though. We've good siege ability. Oh, I should have looked at that. Actually, we've starving pops somewhere. As long as it's not down here, I don't really mind. Oh, it is down here. Damn, how did we let this happen? We have 15 grain in this place. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm sending it out. Actually, that's probably the problem. Yeah, I forgot that the game constantly asks you to do that. Ah, that's what's happening, I'm sure. So let's find the grain and stop shipping it out. We're just gonna have to constantly deny people asking for... Yeah, look at this. I'm shipping all my grain away and starving the city. Ugh, so silly. They're fixing that in the next update, finally. It's been a problem since 1.2. That's so silly. It's good money though, all this grain, but yeah, we need to keep it local. There we go, we're making 14 now. So that must have been the problem before. I didn't even need to move the slaves. So when I get requests up here, we're just going to have to be like, nope. Pretty much no all the time now. Alright, cool. They're just going to be begging me for grain all the time. That's what Bisatis were asking for. There was like 5 requests all from the same country. Anyway, a large gift. We'll lose some stability. We just gained some stability, so I don't mind that. Or political influence or manpower. We'll take the manpower hit. The other two are too valuable to us. Alright, the siege is won here. Excellent. They're coming to fight me on this territory, are they? Let's just, oh, the siege is won there. Oh no, did I just cancel the siege? Oh no, I didn't. Okay, it's okay. It's on 35% still. This siege is won. Sorry, my bad. I looked at the wrong thing. Grain, grain, nope. Have fun listening to that for the next 10 episodes. Anyway, friendship with Eshmontion. Okay, nice. So that'll help our opinion with this country as well. Just a little bit. Flanders ruler 25. We need to get it to what? 50? Oh, yeah, I don't think it's going to happen with that much aggressive expansion. Unless we actually became allies. They're subject to Phrygia, so yeah, it's not going to happen. We'll see though. You never know. Worth trying it anyway, I would say. Alright, that siege is won. Let's jump up here and help that battle. And then that'll be pretty much it. Alright, nice big fat battle. Bomilcal Hanid has died at the age of 70. He's the head of the Hanid family. I think that position's furious to be almost the head of the family. Second in line. Those mercenaries are looking for a way in. So that they're not exiled. But if I can avoid fighting them, I'd much prefer that. Alright, the siege is now ongoing here. We have the food to do it. We didn't actually bring those troops over in the end, so that's fine. Gotta keep an eye on the border. I just don't want this exiled unit coming in and then, like, they have the morale shouldn't... You know what? If you're in exile, your morale shouldn't build. It's ridiculous that you can just arrive with a full 20 stack on the borders like that and then just turn around and start attacking. I just think it's weird. I hate the mercenary system. I'll never get over it. It ruins everything. In our multiplayer games, we have a rule that you can only ever have one at a time. Which is, that's pretty fun, actually. Alright, naval experimentation is ongoing right now. Looks like we're gonna have a big battle here. So we'll have to wait till they lock. Flocking to the banner, the honourable people of Contestania Meridolanis have turned out in droves to see the renowned General Matan Blasi lead his troops on the way to greater glories. A delegation from Hemeroscopion have requested the honour of sending a number of their young men to join the army. 5 lower cohorts of a random type. Yeah, okay, sure. This army doesn't have anybody. The Gizgoids are actually pretty unhappy, aren't they? Yeah, 3. They're scorned. We'll just put a token guy on the army for now. That's interesting. One of them is carrying a sword, and the other one's carrying a spear. This is all cavalry, and that's infantry, I guess. I never knew there was different models. I mean, everyone complains that there isn't cavalry models. I can kind of get behind that. Yeah, that 20k has arrived. It looks like they actually did take a morale hit on arrival, so maybe that is the case. I take it back then. Alright, so these guys have locked, so let's force march them over. Actually, we'll just go the other way. I'm confident we'll win this. It's a big battle, though. I wish we didn't have to fight any battles. Just take those forts instead. Yep, looks like we have them. Grain, 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 grain. Nope, not having any of my grain. Keep asking for it, I'm never gonna give it. Alright, let's move some of these guys off this, because it's obviously ridiculous having that many. Grain. So, I think with trade, what I can do is completely block requests. We're accepting any trade offers automatically. No, we're not. Let's turn that off anyway. Is there a way to just turn off getting trade requests? I thought there was. I guess not. Damn it. Because I wish we just weren't getting requests at all, because it's always going to keep popping up, distracting me. Uh-oh. This guy... Oh, the cavalry ran ahead, and it's only like... it's our level 2 general on there. Yikes, that was a mistake. Mismanaged that one. Furious, can he get there in time? I don't think so. Yeah, no. Alright, that's fine. Whatever. Mistake was made. Alright, they can win the fight now, though. Alright, we don't really want to get involved with any more of those battles. Damn, I threw away a horse request there, actually, by mistake. Really wish there was a hotkey for the force march or something, because I just hate having to click that every time. Grain. Nope. I hope at least when I refuse the request, they don't just ask again. I hope that's at least happening. That wouldn't be so bad then. At least then it's just like, okay, we'll just tell everyone in the world no, and then eventually they'll stop asking. Stone. Yes, you can have stone. Absolutely. Alright, we won the siege. Alright, that's it. GG. These guys are done. I don't want that last bit of territory. They can keep that. They can keep that. Should they keep it? Yeah, I like the idea of it going along the river, actually. I think I said that at the beginning of the episode, so that's nice. We don't want too much more aggressive expansion anyway, so... Alright, finally, pieced out, and we have it. The entire eastern Iberian coastline. It looks gorgeous. So we're done. We're done with Iberia now. Now our attention will turn west over to the coastline of Italy. So the Mare Ibericum is ours. The Mare Tyrrhenum, or whatever. Not quite yet, but close. You know, we have a lot of holdings in Italy. And I actually like that we took our time with it because it allowed us to spread our culture. Instead of getting a vast amount of pops that weren't our culture all at once, I think splitting them, going into Italy a little bit and then heading over this way was actually a good idea. In hindsight, totally planned it, obviously. So what I'm going to do is we're going to send our troops all the way around to Carthage. They can go on a nice and long victory march along our new coastline. And they'll arrive at Carthage. We'll hop them up on the... get them on the boats and then ship them across. It's going to be like... what a victory march all along the roads and stuff. We'll need to get... actually, this cavalry will have to continue building roads, I think. Because we're not fully done with it yet. I wish I could have got them as a tributary as well, but oh well. Alright, cool. So, we're waiting on building up some more ships. We still need about 50. Because we are still recruiting some. It seems like we're only recruiting them from... oh, and what just happened? Oh shit, we're after getting another mega... hey, we got a mega polyreme! I didn't notice it. But it must have been from the mission, the naval experimentation. Awesome. 1 megapolyreme, 3 octares. Of course, we can't build megapolyremes, so it's really nice to have one. So let's throw that in there. We'll definitely always keep that in reserve. Only break out the megapolyreme when we want to destroy forts and stuff. Even though we've only got 1. In our current multiplayer game, which will be up on these channels eventually. I don't know if it'll be on my main one or this one. You know, we've got like armies coming at us with like 20 megapolyremes and 30 megapolyremes. I was playing as Rhodes and I had like 6 forts here. 10 megapolyremes came up, just insta-clicked the forts away. I was so devastated. I mean, it's ridiculous to be able to do that. They maybe should have a cooldown once per year or something, because at least then we could react and take out the navy. But it's an instant click kind of ability. It's kind of mental. Right, so what I'm going to do to make our shipbuilding go a little faster is just click and build around the different ports myself. Because it seems to only really be building from Sicily right now. Hexares can only be built at certain places where we have wood, right? So. Okay, that's going to substantially lower our income, actually, because the fleet's going to cost so much more, but not a big deal, not a big deal. We can turn off the paying the forts right now. So this territory that we just got, let's have a look at it. Do we have any tribal settlements here that we need to remove? Nope. What about here? Yeah, just a couple. So let's get rid of that one. Let's get rid of this one. Alright, not too bad, actually. Only a couple tribal settlements. Pretty good. Oh, I meant to sell this territory a long time ago. Let's give it to them. Nice. Getting a nice amount of money for this. Holy shit, how much are you going to give me? Nice, 88. Cool. 10 slave pops. I mean, it is worth a decent amount. I don't like how we're only in one province here, one territory here, but oh well. It's all good. I got no qualms with them, really. So let's check on Bibulus at -6. The opinion modifier will go up for how much longer? 18. So we can get them up to 18, about 10. And then we can give them a gift, bringing it to 35. Just don't think we'll ever get it up to that final amount, unfortunately. The extra 25 or so. Subject opinion of us plus 10. Couldn't hurt, to be honest. Couldn't hurt. I don't think we need it, though, so we'll keep it in mind for future. I don't know which one to go with. Endorse party cost? Like, I'm not even a republic anymore, so that's a waste. Monthly wages for characters are reduced. Yeah, it saves me some money, I guess. So how are we doing for Lord of the Sea? What does it need? Actually, cannot be completed before controlling the seas. Okay, we're doing that now. Yeah. Man of Action. Hannibal Badonna. See, we already have a Hannibal, guys. It seems that although he's not a Barca, the tyrant Mutanbal has been growing rather jealous of the prestige of Hannibal Badonna, a commander who has risen to great prominence on account of his martial prowess. The tyrant has intimated to her confidants that she doubts the loyalty of Hannibal. She doubts the loyalty of Hannibal, and, despite lacking real evidence, is ardently promoting the idea of that the general may be planning to undermine the throne or even take it for themselves. So she's just kind of like suspicious of him, trying to fabricate claims on or fabricate what he could be doing. While these notions are not widely accepted, the tyrant is stuck on the idea that there is a great deal of pressure to resolve, and there is a great deal of pressure to resolve this situation. So, send the guard to his tent and basically. Well, okay, we don't kill him, but he gets banished to Audausitania. Hannibal is going to evade capture due to his wealth and influence, I see. Well, what has he done wrong, really? That's what I would say, to be honest. Lowers our legitimacy, though. But they become rivals, okay. So she doesn't like him, but we're not going to let her go mental with him. Grain. Nope. Grain. Grain. Salt. Salt for Carthage. So let's continue our road network south. And I think when we get to here, that's it fully linked up then, isn't it? I believe so. No gaps. Excellent. We need to get rid of a lot of these forts. Some of them are just definitely not needed. Matan Blasi has died. Age of 76. He was a researcher. Just get someone on it. It doesn't really matter. Research just does not matter to me. Because we're not even buying all the technologies right now, so. Right, let's remove this fort. Let's remove this one. I don't mind having a few, just in case. You never know, on some of the borders up here. Alright, we'll leave it like that. I hate the way the tooltip changes. Like, grain is like written on the left side sometimes, written on the right side sometimes. I can't even look in the same place just to see. Okay, the armies are on their victory lap. we built our road all the way up to here, so this one still needs to continue this way. So this road is going to be built as they get to us. Cool. How's our fleet looking? 145 ships built. Speed up time. There they all are. Accident in Ilva. Hang on one sec. So, we've been told of a major industrial accident at the extensive works in the vicinity of Ilva in Tuscia, okay, in Italy. Iron is the main export of the city, and it seems that the knuckleheads in charge of the site allowed parts of the structural supports to fall into neglect as they tried to keep up with high demand. A huge collapse all but wiped out the working shift of slaves, and the owners have come groveling to the provincial authorities for compensation to help with re-establishing production. The slaves themselves are none too happy with the loss of their friends and family, and naturally cagey about returning to work in such conditions. Without significant repairs, there's no way production can be maintained at anywhere near the previous levels, and the slaves are bound to cause problems without a show of goodwill. So we could spend 1,600 on making them happy here. We'll cover the repair costs. Oh, you know what? We'll do it. The governor of Italia will gain 10 loyalty, so we'll do it. We'll gain a bit of popularity as well. A Punic slave has been killed, but citizen output, or citizen happiness and slave happiness is better. It's 1,600 though. It's a lot of money. It's too much, really, but, you know. So, our navies are kind of all together now. So, let's pick all those ships up, move them out this way. Now, I'm not just going to always have one massive fleet. I'll probably have multiple. I just want to bring them to one for now, and then we'll split them up accordingly. This is a lot of power to give one man, though. Thinking about it. But at least he's pretty loyal. Throw him a bribe just to keep him calm. Alright, how many ships are we up to now? 176. 176. Still building quite a few all around the place. Yeah, see, they're all being built at the same ports, which is kind of annoying. So let's go with this one, for instance, and just tell them to build a bunch. Maybe that'll help. And then maybe with one of these ships as well or something. Okay, so that should help it out. Let's see how the pretenders are doing. So, what has she ended up with? 8 martial, 5 finesse. She still wants to become a great warrior until I believe she's like 18 or something. Or 16, I think. I mean, there's no law for us to have, like, women fighting in battles, so I don't know what she can do in terms of being a great warrior. But, I mean, a great general is just as good. Sorry, she can't even be a great general. I mean, yeah, what can she do? I mean, I guess a great spokesperson for the marshal if she ever becomes a ruler. I'm just looking at the kid. So he's on 2, 4, 4, and 1. Not great for marshal, for young Himmelco here. But not bad for his age in terms of finesse and oratory, I suppose. He's actually got a decent amount of statesmanship, too. Alright, 171 ships right there. What are we up to now? 176 in total. In totes. So we're probably going to overbuild, but I just want to get the job done quick. Alright, cool. Let's just give it a last blast of speed, and then with our settlement buildings, we want to build farming settlements anywhere we can. We also want to build slave estates anywhere we can. Grain. No. How is Carthage doing in terms of food? It is gaining. Could be gaining faster. I might even cancel more grain. Carthago, grain. Hey, the whole list, you know, unsorts itself after every time I change something. That's great, isn't it? Love it. It's a great feature. Alright, let's get rid of that one as well. It'll just help our food grow a bit quicker here. Now it's growing at 20 per month. How much money are we making? 128 gold. Nice. Do you remember the days when I was making like 10 and we were fighting in Italy and we were making nothing? We've sorted those. Those days are long gone. So there's a scandal. Her husband, I'm guessing, Yeah, her husband has been having it away with Isabel Blasi, a niece of the Mefkahed. It's really none of my business, so just have him flogged. Because Our Lady is crazy. She can't tolerate that kind of shit, so she's like, oh, have him flogged. You know, she's seen it, been through it all. Shadow in the night. Last night, Muttenball Barca encountered 2 brute thugs on the way home. Fearing for her life, she barely managed to escape. That's pretty insane now. She's the tyrant of Carthage. Today, who should arrive but to commiserate but Hannibal Badona, self-avowed rival of Muttenball, flanked by the 2 very thugs who had committed the deed. Sadly, at this point, it's his word against Muttenball's. Okay, well. Sorry, I should have actually read what we just did there. Yeah, you don't get away with threatening, you know, as what is in effect the queen. So 48% chance of a successful trial. I don't even see why we need to give him a trial, considering the situation. So what is he doing? He's general on Badona's 9th. Yeah, not anymore, he's not. Plan is assassination. That's 20 aggressive expansion to assassinate our own guy. I'm not going to do that. Imprison, throw him in prison. He'll lose 50 loyalty. Carthage pays 3 tyranny. We lose a little popularity. Carthage gets 2 tyranny, so we get 5 tyranny, do we? Yep. Yep, you're in jail, mate. And, we'll just leave him there. Well, we could banish him. No, I'm not going to banish him. Just leave him there. He's a piece of shit. Try to almost either beat us up. I mean, and it's unbelievable. Like, what would Caesar do, yeah, if he's walking down the street and someone just tried to beat him up, and then the next day they were in the Senate like, oh yeah, that was us. Like, sorry, it's not gonna fly, you know? Not gonna fly. I ask myself these questions every day. What would Caesar do? On so many accounts. Alright, controlling the seas. Navy maintenance costs reduced by 25% for 20 years. To be the power in charge of the Mediterranean, we need an unrivaled navy, one that will crush all opposition. It's time to start gathering the materials and shipwrights to reinforce our ship capacity. Boom. And that allows us to do Lord of the Sea. A new character appears in Carthage. We are the undisputed masters of the Mediterranean. Our technology and expertise exceed those of all our opponents. So until end of game, maintenance cost is reduced by 10% for navies, and ship damage done is 5%, and a new character appears. This guy, Massinissa. As we gather all our officers to talk about our recent military developments, a new face appears among the crowd. There have been stories about the achievements of a new admiral, beating back pirates and thieves with only a small fleet and at hand, using innovative tactics and ideas. This Massinissa seems to have a bright future at hand, and it will be the best to make use of his many talents. When it finally was his turn to speak, he is happy to report that it seems our recent naval developments have turned out very well, and that there are few to oppose us at sea. Great news. Let's check this guy out. Okay. 17 Marshal? Let's adopt him straight away. I think we know who's going to marry our daughter. If she's going to be the ruler. Oh, she's not going to be the ruler, though. Damn. Almost want to marry him myself, you know? He's 47, we're 44. Ah, okay, fair enough. He's just so alluring. Shit, I'm after losing the character now. Gotta go find him. Should be easy to find him, though. Sort by Marshal. So he's an admiral already. So he's an admiral in charge of 7 ships here. What's he in charge of? It's a shame. I wish he gave me some heavy ships with him. Wow, this guy is pretty insane. So let's adopt him in. So let's check him out. So he's a tactician, intelligent, ore master, and reckless. So he gets 3 extra marshals. So his base marshal was 14. It's kind of insane. Yeah, let's adopt him into the royal family, for sure. And hopefully his prominence will rise up over time. We are one family, one name. Massinissa Barca. Grant him a holding. Get him sorted. Let's give him whatever he wants. A holding at Ellie. Maybe we'll station him up there, actually. Let's go up to his holding. So yeah, man, look at that. I mean, obviously he'd be way better suited for land. But if we do go to war with Rome, they got 53 ships. What about Phrygia? 242. I'm tempted to go to war with Phrygia just to challenge their navy now. It looks like their war against Kush ended and they took a nice swath of territory down there, but they are being broken apart right now. They are out of manpower, lacking 20,000 men with 243 cohorts. You know, we could go to war with Phrygia, actually thinking about it, take this, and if we could challenge their navy, that'd be great. Because we'll never lose. Might even gain ourselves some ships. So what was the other one? It was the Phoenician heritage. So unless we can get their opinion up like right now, I don't think... Oh, we might be able to actually, yeah. We're on 20. If we get to 25, I'll just give them a gift. And then that'll give us the 50 we need. So let's just wait until we get 5 more, and then we'll probably wrap the episode up once we get that done. So let's get all these ships together. It's a nightmare. Grain, grain, grain. And the armies are arriving at Carthage. It's so cool. We're going to have to station them kind of around southern Italy and then also northern Italy. I haven't decided if we're going to go for Etruria first or Rome. Probably Etruria, right? I mean, seems the most obvious. Are Rome going to help in this fight? No, but Brutia and Thuria will. Ah, so that's a nice way to take those guys out at the same time. It's an interesting alliances, some alliances that they formed there. So these guys can stop here. We'll ship them over to northern Italy. Base metals, yep. Okay, great. What's our total ship capacity and who has the most in the world? Wow, Mare have 519. We have 232. And Phrygia have 242. So we're still not the biggest navy. Mare's fleet are thick. Okay, so something else we're going to have to do as well to calm some of these regions down is get some standing armies out here. So we'll have to do that soon. We can't walk through to there yet, so we'll just go there. Then I'll have to organize all of these different characters. Matan Blasi has died at the age of 68. He was the governor of Transalpine Gaul. And brother of the tyrant of Carthage. Oh. You mean brother of the previous tyrant of Carthage? He's not the brother of the current. Oh no, he is. He is, sorry. He is. Siblings is right there. My bad. Cool. Alright. So she actually has one of the brother. I forgot about that. So that was one of the first... Oh, yeah. It's one of the Hanids that were... You know, they pledged to a different family. I forgot about that. Totally forgot about that just right now. So yeah, her elder brothers are dying. So she's actually not doing too hot herself. So we got to start thinking about the succession line soon. She's got a huge, vast sum of money. So her son, Himilco, is 10 years old. And he's going to have to be looking for a wife soon. I don't know if he'll be around for that when his mother is in charge. Or when his mother's still alive. Alright. Alright, the navies are forming up. Looking good. Alright, don't really think there's much else to do. I'm just kind of waiting for that improved opinion to kind of go up, and then we're done. 23. So once we get to 25, which should be... so we've just finished improving opinion. We're too short. But as our aggressive expansion falls down just that smidge, that little bit, it should get better with him. Let's get the subject opinion one. Actually, this is level 1. Let's just open that one up. So let's go with the entice business investments. Get another import route here over time. Carthage is a thriving city right now. It's got 167 pops in it. How's the migration? Are people coming in? Oh yeah. Loads of people are coming to Carthage. And the armies have just arrived. And it's still making food even with the armies here. That's great. So they can basically all hop on the boats then. Might just let time play while we're doing this. We'll have to figure out their names and stuff and then get new commanders on these as well. So 181 ships. Let's ship them out to Sicily, I guess. Messina. And then we can move them around to Croton. Move a couple of them to Ely. So we can just slam into Brutia and Thuria from both sides at the same time. And then we'll slam into Latium and up here at the same time as well. So yeah, this is going to be good. I look forward to it. Insane navy. 17 marshals, ridiculous. I mean, this guy would be way better suited to land combat, but I almost feel like he's too powerful. Might ruin the fun of battle. So let's just see, can we get these guys now? 24, really close. One more improvement, one more opinion, and we give him a gift, and then we're good. Alright, and the ships are embarking. There they go, 84,000 men on those ships. 53,000 now moving up to Carthage itself. This guy's going up to pick up Adonabals, our co-ruler actually. Sort of, anyway. He's our consort, the Violent. Maharabal Bodona, the Violent. I wish she had one more child, but it looks like it's not going to happen. She has the twins as well then. Family of girls. We got to get them married, actually. I keep forgetting to do that. Her marshal's insane. I don't know if we'd marry her to the other guy with insane marshal. Seems like it wouldn't make much sense to do that. I feel like we should enable familial marriage and let Himilco marry his older sister. I don't know. Because it just seems like she has really great traits. And it would put her in power as a consort. I don't know. I'll think about it. It is there. It's right there, waiting to be clicked. I guess, you know what? I'll probably wait to see what you guys say on that one, because I won't be recording the next episode till I read comments. So if anyone's made it this far into the episode and they listen to me about that, if you think we should do familial marriage, let me know. I'm leaning towards yes, just because we've got one boy and 4 sisters. So I just feel like it's like, okay, fuck it. And he's going to be like on his own, and his sisters are going to take care of him as he grows up, you know, because his mother is probably going to pass pretty soon. She's a lunatic anyway. I feel like it kind of makes sense. I feel like he'll pass the law himself rather than his mom doing it, you know. That'd be fucked up. It's like, oh, my brother just passed the law so that he can... Alright. Granaries raided. The governor can cover the costs. That's how I like to deal with it usually. Those loyalty's getting a little tight. Let's see what's going on here. 25. Let's give him the the gift. Hopefully that doesn't go down after we give him this one gift at the end of the month. Actually, yeah, let's just wait for the month tick. Then we'll give him the gift. The lands around Bibulus right now are being absolutely ravaged. So we'll just give it to them now. So we have it at 50. There we go. Oh yeah, sure, of course. We don't have to wait a month. So Phoenician heritage. The setters of Phoenicia will be essential if we want to build the best ships this side of the world. As the descendants of this region, we already have relations with the people living there. Ship recruit speed and damage taken is reduced. This is a temporary one for 30 years. Bibulus will gain 25 opinion of me. Alright, cool. We did the entire mission chain this whole episode. Naval supremacy. Boom. Next one. The matter of Italia. I look forward to it. We'll open it up in the next episode. Alright, so I guess that's going to be it. I don't really need to wait for anything, but our borders are looking swank. It's going to be straight on into Etruria and Rome. The reason I'd like to wait just a little bit is our aggressive expansion is decaying nicely. So it'd be nice if we could get it down just even further. You know, somewhere below 30 would be nice. And then we'll go to war. And then probably with the amount of territory we're going to take up, I would imagine that it's going to go back up over 40. Because it's a lot of pops and valuable territory. So, and we're defeating Etruria completely. And possibly even Thuria and Brutia. So we're going to be really aggressive in Italy now. But it should be good. Alright, so thank you guys very much for watching. Remember, if you can remember to think of it, let me know in the comments what you think about the familial marriage. I think it's fun. So we'll do that, I think. I think I'm going to do it anyway, but I'd like to hear what you have to say about it. If I hear some strong cases against, maybe I won't. Alright, thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.